Whoa. Hey. 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 What is up, my YouTube homies? The Rangers complete the sweep, so I had to bust out the old Apex. Go with the sports specialties today for this video. I'm actually gonna take this off because it's quite noisy. Let me listen up. It's pretty noisy, so I'm gonna take this off and we're gonna jump into this game really quick. Okay, that is off. Where do we begin with this one? Well, let's start with, hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mason. This channel is It's About Hockey. It's always hard to say. I don't know why. It just does not roll off my tongue very well. But welcome back to the channel regardless. I hope you guys are doing okay. It is 11:15 p.m. my time. If there's some Rangers fans still awake over there celebrating their sweep, congratulations. You guys definitely deserve this. I want to say this was a good game and this was a good series, but I would be lying. It was great for the Rangers, but for the Capitals and the Capitals fans, I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going with my video, and I'm in saying that you guys were outmatched in every which way in this series, and it's no fault of your own. Your team played extremely well towards the end of the season, and they won their bid to get to the playoffs. It just sucks you happen to have to go up against the New York Rangers. Sometimes you get what you ask for. You want the playoffs, you got the playoffs. Let's talk about it. All right. Again, I don't have much to say about this game other than the Rangers did exactly what I knew they were going to do. They've been doing the same thing over and 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 over, which has landed them the best team in the league. Sometimes being the best, you get rewarded for being the best. And they got rewarded with playing the wild card, the Capitals. They have a couple of days off because they await the winner of, I believe, the Hurricanes and the Islanders. It is. I had to double check. But yes, so they have a couple of days off until that series wraps up. I think that series is going to be over. I mean, let's just be honest. I don't think the Islanders are coming back from that one. So it looks like I don't want to say for sure because there's never a guarantee, but I think pretty damn close they're going to be playing their Carolina Hurricanes. This current series against the Capitals, I mean, I don't know what the Capitals. Honestly, I was thinking about this series probably halfway through the game, thinking, would we have gotten a better matchup, a better series with any of the other teams that were competing for that last wild card spot? Do I think Philadelphia had a shot? If they didn't fall off towards the end of the year and they actually stuck to the way they were playing, early February, I think they might have had a shot, but against this and the way they ended their season, no, I don't think it would have been as competitive. I think it might have been maybe a little bit more competitive. Do I think the Pittsburgh Penguins would have gave the Rangers a better fight? I do. I do think the Rangers, or not, I'm sorry, the Rangers. I think the Penguins would have given them a better fight. The series that I wanted to see the most was the Rangers and the Red Wings. I think the Red Wings would have given the Rangers a bigger fight. I still think the Rangers would have won, but I think it would have at least been more competitive than this. The problem with the Capitals in this series, for me, it was the age of the team. Their core is past their prime. Granted, it's a great core. There are some Hall of Famers there, no doubt. I just don't think the leadership was ready for a 7-game series against the New York Rangers. Granted, they have a really good young players on their team as well, so they're going to be okay once they get a couple more pieces. They'll be fine. But I also think the Alexander Ovechkin's goal chase took away from this team a lot this year. Not that it really has any effect on the playoffs, but I think Ovechkin was just tired. I mean, he looked exhausted every time he was on camera. Every time they showed him in a highlight, he barely registered any shots in this whole series. I don't know, man. I just think he was not in it. I think he's just chasing this goal record now. I think it's pretty evident if you just look at how he's been playing and where he's been playing. The Capitals, again, man, they're just a young team with a bunch of old guys on it, if that makes any sense to you guys. The New York Rangers, on the other hand, they got everything you want right now if you're chasing the Stanley Cup. I think this series was a little bit too easy for them. The Capitals did have some fight in a couple of these games. But once the Rangers settled down and settled in and got their game going, it became easy for them. Point being, Kaapo Kakko's goal today was a gift. That was a pretty big mess up right there. Again, just going to look at the stats here. The power play of the New York Rangers. I've talked about this already. I've talked about the Capitals' inability to control themselves. And they kept putting the Rangers on the power play. And the Rangers are going to eat you alive if you keep doing that. 75% today, 3 for 4. One of them was an empty net goal. Don't read too much into it, but still, that could have been a 5-on-5 play instead of a 5-on-4. So, or a 5-on. It was a 5-on-5 after they pulled their goalie, but it could have been a 6-on-5 is what I meant to say. So, again, shooting themselves in the foot, not you guys, was the Capitals and their inability to control themselves and allowing the New York Rangers to be on the power play. Goaltending, Lindgren, like I said, he played great towards the end of the year. He just faced the wrong team at the wrong time. I wanted to look at the Rangers as a whole after this series wrapped up. And looking at this, it's pretty scary. And I say it's scary because, I don't want to take anything away from the Rangers, but they did play the Capitals, so the stats, I think they reflect their grades. But if they played a tougher opponent, I think it would be a lot different. Goals for, 15. Goals against, 7. We knew the Capitals had a scoring issue coming into the playoffs. So take that for what it is. Like I said, they're not the team they used to be. That's very evident. Power play, 37%. Almost close call at 38%. Penalty kill, 88%. Pretty good. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just who they played and who they got those stats against. It worries me. We will see what these stats look like when they play. I'm assuming the Hurricanes. I would be very interested to know what these stats are. If they walk out of that series, I want to know what those are. Looking up and down their lineup, again, these guys are deep. I wanted to see how they performed. Vincent Trocheck. Amazing player in these playoffs so far. But again, it's who he's playing. So I don't want to read into it. He's had a great year too. So it's like I don't want to take anything away from him. But again, it's the opponent. But looking at their scoring, these are all goals. This is organized by goals here. Trocheck, Kreider, Roslovic, Panarin, Zibanejad, Barclay Goodrow, VC, fourth line players, Keandre Miller, Capo Caco, Matt Rempe. Like, that's not even including like the bombs they got back on the back end. Trouba, Weinberg, Fox, Lindgren, Alexis Lafreniere. He didn't register a goal, but he got some assists. These guys are deep. They're deep, and they could get really scary for the next opponent. They will be rested because I don't think they really had too much of an effort this first round. So if they play the Hurricanes, and the Hurricanes come out somewhat rested because their opponent hasn't been great. It's been tougher as late, but it will be interesting. It will be interesting. Looking at the Capitals, same deal. I wanted to see how they performed. They did not do well. 7 goals. Who's their leading goal scorer? Martin Ferry. However you say his name. 2 goals. Everyone else, 1. John Carlson, Tom Wilson, Dylan Strome, Connor McMichael, Hendrix Lafreniere. If you want to get to the next round or make this series even more competitive than what it was, you need to have goal scoring, and they just didn't have it. And ultimately, that's what cost them. It's what cost them a majority of their season. That's why they had to fight to get where they got, to get what they had. So I think there's going to be some retooling. I think some veteran players are going to not be there next year. There was already some rumors of TJ Oshie. This might have been his last game. Even rumors that he played with a broken hand this series. Max Pacioretty, there was even talks of him retiring, I think, at the beginning of the year, and he decided to stick with it. So I can kind of cancel those 2 players out. Alex Ovechkin's an interesting one because I don't think he's retiring. I think the Capitals really definitely want him to get that record, but I think they want him to get that record as a Capital. But that kind of hinders the team. And it's if he even wants to play anymore. I'm sure he does, but he's quite a way away. He's probably about 2 seasons away, unless he has a breakout year next year, which would be insane. I think this team looks way different next year. It doesn't mean they're not going to be competitive, but I think that they look way different. So, yeah, it was a mismatch from the get-go. I didn't really expect a sweep, but I'm not surprised. I really am not. I'm excited. I know I'm looking a little sad and depressed right now, but I'm actually excited for this next series because the Rangers are going to go in rested up, and we haven't even seen their best hockey yet. Like, we've seen all these other teams playing like balls to the walls, going the extra mile, putting in the extra 50, 100% in. I don't think the Rangers have even scratched that yet. So when the Rangers do decide to take it up a notch in the next round, which they're going to have to, it's going to be interesting, to say the least. So, Rangers fans, congratulations. Enjoy this win. You guys definitely deserve it. I know you're eyeballing the next round. I am too. I'm excited to see that one. Capitals fans, your team got you in the playoffs. All you can ask for is a chance. They gave themselves a chance. They were just outmatched. I think they come back better next year, considering how tight the race was towards the end of the year. I think they realize how much retooling they need to do. So it should still be competitive. They got a great goalie right now. They got a great coach. They've gotten some veteran experience. The younger players got to work with some of the veterans. So I think going next year, it's more of a step back in summer and a step forward when the season comes. So that's my hope for you guys. My voice is cracking here. But yeah, that's really going to do it for me as far as this game goes. I did want to show you guys something because it's pretty damn funny. If you watched my last video about the Vancouver Canucks coming back and stealing that win from the Predators, you might have noticed, I was a little tired. I wasn't tired. Well, I was. But I was also a little buzzed. This is the face of Buzz Mace. Don't drink double IPAs midday and try to record videos because it doesn't work that well. So don't be this guy. Yeah, man. Funny times. Funny and good times. All right. Like I said, that's it for me. Rangers, congratulations. You got the sweep. Out of all the teams that were potentially going to sweep, I thought you would sweep the best. I'm glad you guys got the dub. You're going to get the rest you need. You get to play at home the whole playoffs, depending on how far you go. You get that home ice advantage. It should be interesting the next round. So I'm stoked. You've been my East Coast team all year. And even before that, if I'm perfectly honest, I've always rooted for the Rangers to some degree ever since the Sharks started dealing players to them. Because again, I like to follow my Sharks. And when I watch my Sharks alumni perform for the Rangers, I developed a little bit of love for the Rangers. So, yeah. Capitals fans, thank you for a good season. It was an interesting ride towards the end. You made it very interesting in the East. And all I could ask for is what I received. A competitive team to the end. TJ Oshie, legend. Alex Ovechkin, legend. John Carlson, legend. All good players. I just think their time in the sun has come to an end. Just like this video. Again, if you're new to my channel, please consider hitting that like button. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. I am a new creator in a bigger space. I appreciate all the help I can possibly get. I would like to grow this channel and I need your help. So hitting those buttons, leaving me comments, that all helps. And I love to talk hockey with you guys. Go read some of my comments. I reply to everybody. Everybody. So hit me up down there. Hit me up on Twitter or X, whatever. I'm giving away a jersey. Go read the description if you made it this far in the video. Just go do that. You might enter to win a jersey. But other than that, I appreciate it. It is now 11:32. It is time for me to post this video and go to bed and get ready for tomorrow's games. I will see you boys tomorrow. Peace out. Last time. Hey. All right, bro. Peace out.